Okay, so this is Dimash with a short film, 2025. As I say, I'm a filmmaker myself and I'm very, very intrigued to get into this. This is ERMAKHAN and RAUSHAN. Let's see what it's all about. We are already into a blockbuster production here. This is phenomenal. I love the sort of fog through the woods, the angles of everything, and just the composition of the framework here is stunning. Beautiful color grading. It's got a real moody sort of, it feels like a martial arts film, you know? That kind of color grading, but sort of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of era. Really, really cool. And somebody's just said a sleek stacks rule. Make sure your English subs are on. Good call. I've got Russian here. Let me get that into English because I do not speak Russian. All I can say is da. Okay, there's only Russian, but auto translate. Maybe I can auto translate it to English, and hopefully it's somewhat good. We shall see. We shall see. But yeah, this is something special, isn't it? The music is so dramatic and intense. I love this, and I'm so I would love myself to do any kind of martial arts film myself. Just doing fight choreography. I've been practicing martial arts, boxing and MMA and Muay Thai and stuff like for years and years. I'm really, really into it, and I would love to work on choreography. It's definitely something I want to explore in the future. So just saying that because just to express I'm really getting a lot out of this, and I'm also a bit of a nerd when it comes to history and also fantasy and basic swords and shields is what I'm saying is I'm very, very keen on. And yeah, I'm loving the choreography here, and I'm really enjoying the music and the drama of it, and it's really, really high level. It's fantastic. Cipriana says Dimash made this video for his sister's RAUSHAN wedding. Awesome. I mean, it's not feeling incredibly weddingy yet. I mean, it's a badass wedding, but we shall see. We shall see where this goes. I'm very intrigued.
Қай елден боласың? Үндемейсің бе? Ең терең зынданға тассаңдар.
Okay, so one of the main roles is played by his sister, and the male lead is played by the groom, who is also an actor. Okay, that explains the wedding side of this. I do indeed recognize Dimash. And he looks good with a beard. He does. He does. I like it a lot. I'm just trying to take all of this in. Like, it's... There's so much. He doesn't look like himself, does he? It's different. Claire says, just in time to see some epicness while I've got a potato to eat. Hello all. Hello, Claire. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, epicness is the word.
Қай елден боласың? Үндемейсің бе? Ең терең зынданға тассаңдар. Жүрек екен, таңдамағын алып келді, сол кезде көреміз.
I love that real quick shot there that just kind of showed the movement of the stars, or at least the world turning. A really creative and subtle way to show just a bit of movement of time, you know? Not too much, but just a bit. It's just like a little later that evening, but just done in a second. It's all about showing, not telling. You know, if you can do it visually, you don't need to explain it. What is the production budget for this? It's incredible. You know, they're really going all out here. Now, a fun thing about filmmaking that you might not realize is the sound effects, or at least the effects of people being hit with arrows, swords clashing, hooves of horses. It's called Foley is the technique of it, and you can get a Foley studio and Foley artists. And a Foley artist is somebody who has a sort of warehouse of all these crazy tools and sounds and swords and all these things. Like they'll get coconuts and make horse hooves, and they'll have a big screen of the video that they're putting the Foley to, and they'll act it all out. So they'll have like a metal breastplate on a body, and they'll hit it with the sword, and you know what I mean, they kind of create all these sounds. So they do it all in time and sync it up with the video. All of the sounds you're hearing are done afterwards, because you don't have the microphones to really pick up in good quality what's actually happening, you know, at the time. It wouldn't sound very good, it wouldn't sound real, it would sound weird. And I think the Foley artist has done a really, really good job here of making these sounds sound really, really convincing. I love it. Debbie says it's Dimash's version of a home movie. That's fantastic. And check it out. At the end, there is a behind-the-scenes film about the making. Awesome. Like the heartbeat that the music is based around in this section. And part of me wonders, like, I think a big motivation, potentially a big motivation for making this film is the opportunity to write this amazing music. Now, was the music solely composed by Dimash, or was it done in collaboration with a film composer? I'd be very interested to know. It's absolutely beautiful work. The orchestration of it and everything, the arrangements are really, really wonderful, and they take you on that journey. They'd be lovely just to listen to on their own as well, like separate from the film. So if anybody has any information on that, do let me know in the chat. Beautiful, and I love this here. This is really, really nice, and I really liked the ending of that, and it leaves a lot open to interpretation about what does it mean. My first thought was almost like as if they had had like some kind of shared dream or something, you know, of going through all of this back then, or were they the ancestors of the people in throughout the film, you know, or do you know what I mean? Like it's you can let your imagination do what you will with it, and I think it's a very nice way to end it, and it adds that layer of depth and mystery to the whole story. And of course we have this shaman running throughout, you know, coming in between, and his part in all of this spell potentially of love that was maybe being cast. I'm not sure. I would love to hear your interpretations of this video, but let's see what we've got at the end here. Now this illustrates what I was saying about Foley earlier, about the sounds being added in. This is what it sounds like if you don't add Foley. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like play fighting all of a sudden, and it doesn't sound like a movie. It doesn't sound kind of real, because obviously it's not heavy metal clashing hard with heavy metal. It's, do you know what I mean? It's acting. Aspiro says fated souls. That is a very concise, perfect way to express what this whole film is about. Fated souls. I love that. God, it looks like fun. Gosh, it really, really looks fun, doesn't it?
Вот, отлично, да. Еще раз, давай, еще раз. На эмоцию, Раушанку, на эмоцию.
A few moments later.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
Hold up. That was a really technical kick right there from Dimash. If I'm not mistaken, that was a Taekwondo kick. Hold up. Ooh. Somebody's got some skills.
Честное слово, мне скоро понадобится психиатр. Уже глаз дергается.
Это лицо будет сниться мне в кошмарах, ежи.
Ты меня снимаешь?
А что, так можно было, что ли? А что, так можно было, что ли?
Мансур, рахмет.
So much fun. Now, I believe it was it an axe kick? No, a bit more of a crescent kick. Dimash studied Taekwondo. Did you not know he does Taekwondo? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. That's really, really cool. I don't know what level he got. What did he? What is he like a? What belt did he sort of achieve? He quit before he was going to get the red belt. Fair. I mean, he's so devoted to music. I can't imagine he had like an insane amount of time available for that as well. You know. But it's funny, the relationship between martial arts and music is, if you're not into it, like it would seem very strange, but you'll find a lot of musicians have at least dabbled in martial arts and vice versa, you know what I mean? There's something very creative and expressive about it, and I think it uses somewhat similar parts of the brain to music. And at the same time uses very, very different parts of the brain, so it almost gives your brain a rest. It's, I don't know, hard to explain, but that's a whole other thing. I'm not going to go off on a tangent. You have to choose between sports or music. Yeah, that's the way it goes. But it's amazing to have multiple skills like that and to be able to have choices. It's fantastic. Now, that was Dimash and ERMAKHAN and RAUSHAN short film 2025. So unexpected, so fantastic, a really touching tribute to his sister. And yeah, I think that was just a lot of fun, and it came together beautifully. It came together as a really, really, really cool film. Awesome.